Hello, fellow marketers. I'm Brian Bowie, and welcome to another episode of Directive R&D. Today in the lab, I'm joined by another special guest, Josh Nelson. Welcome to the show. He's our paid media innovation manager here at Directive. Welcome.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for having me again.
Awesome. Today in the lab, we're going to talk about offline conversion tracking, also known as OCT, a little bit of a technical thing in the world of Google Ads, but very necessary. So I'm going to share my screen here, and then we're going to just walk through what it is, how we use it, and how you can use it for your own software company. So I'm going to share my screen here. Cool. So, wrong button. So Josh, why is offline conversion tracking so important for software advertisers that use Google Ads?
Well, I mean, right off the bat, just looking at this, you can kind of see why it's so important. The buying funnel is super complicated. It's very long. So us as marketers who are optimizing campaigns in Google Ads, we can't really make smart decisions if we're just doing it based off of web fills. So what offline conversion does is lets us bring in more down funnel milestones from CRMs so that we can start optimizing towards those.
Yep, that makes sense. That's awesome. So gonna jump into like what is offline conversion tracking, or OCT?
Yeah, so I mean, simply it's taking a Google Click ID, which is attached to every click, and making sure that your website and your form is capturing it and just bringing it back into Google as a conversion action so that it can be used in automated bidding and just optimizing campaigns.
Got it. And one of the most common CRMs that we do this for is Salesforce. Is that right?
Yep. And it has a native integration in Google Ads and everything.
Nice. Yeah. So for people wanting to implement it, I know our experience is going through it. It can be a little bit technical, and you have to involve like marketing ops and sometimes development. Are there any things that people who want to implement it should know about trying to implement this?
Just read through the documentation on Google Ads site. It can get a little bit technical. Definitely leverage some help from your marketing ops team. But all the instructions are on Google, so we've done it before. So it's not, once you get the hang of it, you can repeat it pretty easily.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for how it all works together. I think the complicated things that I've seen is making sure all of your forms are consistent and you have a standardized way to capture that click ID that passes from your website form to your marketing automation platform to your CRM, and then your CRM talks back to Google, and then you can connect the dots between the click and the milestone you're tracking. So yeah, last thing. So what type of results have we seen from this?
Pretty phenomenal results. I mean, just looking at this is one account where we implemented OCT, and we actually started pulling out the specific keywords that were showing high MQLs and high SQLs. And you can see the return on ad spend from that was 717 compared to the rest of the account, which is 94%. So it's just a means to allow you to do these certain tactics. So
yeah, it's just using other data points that potentially has stronger correlation with sales, resulting in sales, than just the form fill. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna exit out of this. That's pretty much a quick explanation. I know we kind of gloss over how easy it is to implement, and can be a little bit more complicated. But yeah, I don't want to understress the importance of getting this in, especially in today's age, because with all the machine learning, with the smart bidding, the ad rotations, allowing Google to optimize your campaign performance based on these insights, it's only like once you implement it that you can start to gather that type of data. Is that right?
Yep. Especially on B2B side of things, you got to be able to feed Google the right data that you want to optimize towards, and just getting as close as you can to revenue is really just going to make everything work better.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us again. And like always, if you have any questions about OCT or the setup, feel free to reach out to us in the comments of this video, and then we'll see you next time.
All right.
Thanks,
See ya.
Josh.